Now we can get to the ranking of Drake's albums. We both did our top 10. We're going to start at 10 and we're going to work our way all the way up to 1.
So we just give 10. We gonna each give our 10.
You're going to give 10 and I'm going to give 10 and then we'll go ahead.
And then we'll swap every time. So like, I'll go first, then you go
Okay.
first.
You can go first for 10.
All right. So for 10, it's going to be not what you want to hear, but Certified Lover Boy is my 10.
From the jump.
10, bro.
That's crazy.
Hey, lucky that it made it.
Lucky that Certified Lover Boy made it in the top 10 Drake out.
All right, for me personally, I was expecting something different from the title, and at the time, they do have great songs on it, and it's 10. He got more than 10 albums, so he made the top 10.
Well,
but it's just not up there for me.
I feel you, and I feel like during that time, I have a couple thoughts about it being 10. I was going to address it when I got to it about how people feel about it, but this is a good moment to. One, I feel like they packaged it wrong. Certified Lover Boy, the title, and then the album art of the different emotions. I feel like it looked like it felt rushed, and it felt the Certified Lover Boy wasn't something that people were really vibing with. It like Lover Boy, I ain't no Lover Boy. Oh, here go eat with this simp stuff. And I think that was at a time where the Drake hate, obviously Drake hate because I always kind of been at a certain aspect, but that's when the Drake hate was really trending upward during that time. So I feel like with the Drake hate around that era, then with it, he calling it Certified Lover Boy and putting a heart in his head, and then having that album cover, I feel like it was just too many things to make fun of. Yeah. To where right when the album dropped, people was already kind of like Certified Lover Boy. Drake called his Lover Boy.
When I heard the name Certified Lover Boy, I was expecting what we got from Some Sexy Songs for You.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I was thinking he was gonna come like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was. So
I get it. We'll see where everything goes.
So what's your?
My number 10 is Scorpion.
Okay. Didn't make my list.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Right. That's fine. I can understand that one not making your list. I mean, it barely made mine. But I do think Scorpion has a lot of good deep cuts, where he's just rapping on the smooth.
What's the one with Nicki Minaj when she's singing? Like he sang.
Don't make me call my mama. Don't because he gotta call me. That's
she was doing a freestyle at a concert, and it was like that's how you feel.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah, so he has a couple of those on there for me, and it's a smooth listen to where he not doing the most. Because a lot of Drake albums, it might be like one or two skips that's just like maybe the radio songs or it's just a little too hype for me. That one I can put on and listen to, but it doesn't stand out like some of the others do.
And see, that for Scorpion, I could not just jam it from the beginning, like just let it play. I would just be picking songs.
Fair enough. All right, I'll start off with number 9. This one is likely not on your list as well, but it's none other than Some Sexy Songs.
So that is on my list. It's just not a 9.
Okay. Say less.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad that it's in the top 10. Because when I think of that song, that album, it's like what we were waiting for from the first time we heard Party Next Door, the first time we heard Drake, the first time we heard them together, and we just wanted that. I was like, man, they gotta drop an album, right? I'm talking about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Probably longer than that, because Drake been on, right? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Okay, my 9 is Her Loss.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Yeah. I'm not mad at that at all. And I'm surprised that you have Some Sexy Songs for You over Her Loss.
That's just I'm on that frequency.
And I think that have you always been on that frequency? If this was 5 years ago, would you like Her Loss?
I would always pick.
But you are. Right?
I will always pick the slower BPM. I'm a slower BPM person.
That's true. That tracks. Okay, I like that.
All right, for 8, Coming In Hot for BT.
Coming in hot, scorching hot, right off the press.
Right off the press, top 10 immediately. Um, yeah, when I put it on, it just except for the first song, but everything else just right.
No, I feel that Habibti is a album that didn't make my top 10, but it's one that could end up in my top 10 when it's all said and done. Or
When it's
in the
all said
next
and
couple
done,
years.
it'll be higher.
Yeah, that Habibti could definitely pop on mine. It just felt wrong to put it there, and I didn't have anything that I really needed to knock off.
Yeah,
But love the album. Love the album. All the R&B fans, they would love that as well.
yeah.
So you can do was that your number?
That was 8.
That was 8. So my number 8, we going back in time now. And this hurt me that it's this low, but it just ended up falling.
Okay.
You can thank me now, thank me later.
Okay.
Obviously, back in the 08, 07, 09, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So the production wasn't as good as some of the ones higher up. Obviously, heavy nostalgia with the album, but it was just
Show me a good time.
yeah, it's a great album, but I had to think about everything, and I had to take nostalgia. How am I nostalgia? I had to take nostalgia out of it and just be like, okay, if I'm listening today, which albums are the best? Which albums are better enough? So I love it, and I'm emotionally attached to the album, but it was some things lyrically and production wise that made it drop a little.
So you just saying what's his best albums and not your favorites?
No, my favorite. Yeah, you're right. You caught me because my list is my favorites, but I also thought about what's better.
Okay.
Like this album is better to me than that album. So this one goes higher. But when I'm thinking of the list, I'm not saying best because best would take into account of numbers and what other people say. I'm like, these are my top 10, these are my favorite.
Yeah.
So a little bit of both.
Okay.
Coming in at number 7 for me, around the same time. Once again, I'm looking at. I've been doing the research. I've been listening to the songs. I've been vibing out, listening to all the albums. There's a lot of music.
Is this?
And this hurts to see this low too. That's why I started glancing like, wait, what's above this? So Far Gone, number 7.
Okay.
And this was a very Houston album.
That doesn't hurt my feelings.
This was a Houston vibe album. Again, very nostalgic. A lot of good songs on there. Came in number 7.
Cool. My 7 is an If You're Reading This.
Okay.
I still love that album. Still jam it probably every week. Not the whole thing, but a song or two from it. And I love like the little subtle verses that not verses, but he put the little stuff in his verses from stuff he said, like enemy. He's got a lot of
Right.
enemy, and he did it in Iceman. That was beautiful.
I love that. To be able to sample yourself is a
It's
big
different.
flex.
It's different.
So that was your number 6.
7.
That was number your 7. So now you start off at number 6.
So at 6, it's crazy because we walked off on you when you said this, but I didn't let Iceman creep in. It crept in at 6.
I love it.
And I mean, I just enjoy it now. Like at first, I didn't want that to be what I heard, but then after I kept listening, so like all I want to hear.
Yeah.
He really, I mean, I don't think he reignited anything. I think he just like put it all to rest and like actually just walked off laughing.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty legit because he just made a bunch of good songs.
A bunch of good songs. And that's the thing that I be wanting people to focus on as well. It's like, yeah, you got the beef. I mean, the content can be the beef, but you also got to look at the production, which is crazy, which is usually going to be crazy with someone like Drake.
Yeah.
And then you got to look at the writing on that, like the wordplay, the lyrics. Like, I ain't seen this many breakdowns of lyrics and triple, quadruple entendres, and some of it are even reaching, I'm sure. But it's just like what he did with that pen.
Yeah.
It's like it got to be recognized.
Did you have a problem with the beat switches? Was it too many beat switches for you? People have been saying it. I'm like,
and I think that's a Drake signature to switch the beats up.
Well, I mean, not as much though. I feel like he did in a lot of songs, but like some songs I feel like really needed it. And then some songs, I feel like it made the end was better, or
Yeah.
so I didn't really hate them. I don't like the beginning of National Treasures as much, but when it switched out, I love it. So
You know, I noticed them, but none of them stuck out to me, so I can't even tell you where the beat switches are. But I know it when it happened, and I don't really have a problem with it.
yeah, fake outrage.
Right. My number 6, which is yeah, we tracking pretty closely in this era. My number 6 is, if you're reading this, is Too Late.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got much to say about it, so I'll move on to the next one. And my number 5 is none other than Iceman. You knew it was making my list. And that shit
Yeah, I knew it was
goes
making-
to me. And that's another one that could creep up higher, but I think the content, like you said, that might stop it from being super timeless.
Yeah.
But this is a moment. This is a moment in the same way that Blueprint 2 was a moment for Jay-Z. You lose a beef. Now you coming back. You're this big star. Everyone has put you in the mud. What is your next project?
Yeah.
And then he came with Iceman.
Yeah.
That's to be applauded.
Yeah.
That's to be applauded. And while we're
Sure.
and while we're giving flowers, let's also give flowers for him officially passing Michael Jackson with the most #1 Billboard 100 hits with Janis Shut the Fuck Up.
I'm torn about that, man. So if you watched the Iceman episodes, that song, Jazz Shut the Fuck Up, it was like another song. And like that part at the end that he sings a little bit, it was on the end of that other song. And I was playing that song, like just promising myself that it was gonna be on the album.
Yeah.
And then when I heard Jazz Shut the Fuck Up, I was like, and then he started saying the stuff at the end, and I was like,
Wait,
And
so
everybody loved that
this
song.
part from the stream, part of the song that was on the stream isn't on the actual album?
No. So it's like the song that was on the stream is just, it's like 2 different songs in one. It's like a beat switch also.
Mm-hmm.
And but the end part, the second beat was what he did at the end of Jan Shut the Fuck Up with the, I can't think of what it is right now, but I was listening to that song I played it for you, I played it for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this gotta be on the album. And then he switched it up and did that. It's growing on me, but the other song, I can't say it was better. The end was.
Well, either way, and I'm never, probably most of Drake's #1 Billboard hits aren't my favorite song from him anyway.
Yeah.
Even though Janet, if I rank just his #1 hits, Janet Shut the Fuck Up is probably toward the top, because I'm usually not liking the song that's just out of here.
Yeah.
So either way, it's a big record to break. The only people ahead of him now are the Beatles. I think he's tied with Rihanna, or tied with Taylor Swift, and then Rihanna's right above him. Regardless, #1 male solo artist to have that many Billboard numbers.
Yeah, it's crazy that he passed Mike, man. Like, but it's deserved.
Yeah, records are meant to be broken. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing but love. He's loved Michael Jackson since a kid. He had the Michael Jackson suit on way back in the grass. He sampled him. He's the only person since Michael Jackson has passed to have unreleased Michael Jackson lyrics on the song, and that was on Scorpion. I forgot the name of the song, but he showed love to Michael Jackson. He obviously had the glove on the cover and has mentioned his name a few times. So
Drake has been doing this for 20 years. Like, every album, whether you love it or hate it, you like a song or two.
and more than that, it's gonna be more than a
If you
song.
listen to it, you like a song or two.
Yeah.
If you just absolutely do not listen to Drake, that's the only way that you just can say you don't like none of his music.
Right.
Because it's something for everybody.
Exactly. That's a fact. But we can continue on with the list. That was my 5, so now it's on you for 5 and 4.
So my 5, I thought would have been higher, but it's Nothing Was the Same.
Okay. So you had Certified Lover Boy at 10, and Nothing Was the Same at 5.
Nothing Was the Same used to be top 3 for me, I would say. I think you'll see from the rest of my list that, like, I think it'll make sense to you.
Nothing Was the Same, I believe, is when I met you. Nothing Was the Same dropped.
We met Take Care, like right after Take Care. So it was like Take Care dropped like our senior year in high school, and we met freshman year, first
Yeah,
semester. So.
and then Nothing Was the Same dropped in that first year. Well, like I said, I feel like Nothing Was the Same is the album that I was remember.
Apartment?
No, Nothing Was the Same dropped in 2011. It dropped in 2011. Yeah, that was right.
Oh, we was in the apartments, bro.
Let me. Oh yeah, I'm wrong. Dang, that was Take Care. We so blessed.
That's what
See,
I'm saying.
That's the other thing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, I think it's kind of unfair though.
Yeah, not Take Care. I'm thinking about Take Care. Take Care is 2011, November 2011. Damn.
Yeah,
See, I think it's something that obviously you have different generations, and when you find certain music and what you're listening to for certain stages of your life can set up a certain trajectory on your music taste overall.
yeah,
So the fact that we are freshmen in college when Take Care comes out,
yeah,
I think that appreciation is a little bit different than someone who maybe was in middle school when Take Care came out. And then by the time they really outside and actually doing grown folk things, Drake is already on to, a Scorpion or something like
Yeah.
that,
And also, like, for me personally, like, I was on Drake before I ever heard Best I Ever Had.
Yeah.
So it's like I was already like, this is the one.
Right.
And then he came. And then he kept coming, kept coming, kept coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing it for 20 years, man.
Yeah.
And he always got something for me to jam.
Yeah, that's a good reference point. Now that I'm thinking about that, because we was really grown enough to see those first three just so far gone. Thank Me Later and then Take Care. We was old enough to really be listening to those in our own car driving around.
Yeah.
Like,
And that was like first playlist I ever made to pop a CD in my car at 16 years old.
right.
And it's some Drake on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like when you have that kind of attachment to an artist, it's hard to not believe they the best. But I think about Lil Wayne, man, because like everything he touched was gold to me. And now it's not, I don't have that same feeling.
Yeah.
I will still go listen when he come out just to see. And he always saying something crazy that's like amazing because he just know how to rap. But as far as just making songs that I just want to listen to all the time, he does not do that anymore. But
Yeah.
Drake still does that.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. I'll just say thank you. If you ever hear this, I appreciate that amount of music.
All right, Glaze.
I'm just saying, we just walked through the whole history of the man. So where are we at number wise? Did you do your 5 out of 4?
Yeah, that was my 5.
Okay, what's your 4?
You did your, oh yeah, you did your 5 first. So my 4 is Some Sexy Songs for You, man.
Dang.
Like I said, man, I dreamed about that album, bro. It's like one day, Party and Drake are just gonna take some time and do this right. And they did it. And they did it right.
Yeah, they did.
And that was like the most important thing to me because they've had some songs that I didn't like that they were on together. Maybe 1 or 2.
Okay.
But I really was, that whole album, except for the Madre song, I'm good on that.
And I love that song.
And I know it because I still listen to
Right.
it. I don't necessarily skip it, but I start talking when they come on, you know?
Fair enough. It's not for everybody. Okay, my number 4, none other than Certified Lover Boy,
Yeah.
CLB. That's one of those albums where, again, I think it was hated on unjustly, and I'm like, are y'all listening to it? Like, go back and listen. If you're a CLB hater, go back and listen to it in 2026. And for me, CLB is what I thought like a For All the Dogs would be, where For All the Dogs, switch that really. For All the Dogs, how am I trying to say this? CLB, it said Lover Boy, but it was kind of on some player vibey. And then For All the Dogs, you thinking player vibey, like it's for the dogs, yeah, we out here. And it was real simple.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes the names can confuse people and not be packaged correctly. But if you just put on Certified Lover Boy and forget the packaging of it, I think it's a great album. And there's a lot of songs on there right now that I know if I play, you would know every word and you'd be jamming to it. And so with y'all.
I don't know about every word, but I love the Fair Trade, and what's the other?
Trying to think.
That
TSU on there.
I love.
Yeah, Poppy's Home. Champagne Poetry. He should have named
Poetry.
he should have named Certified Lover Boy Champagne Poetry. And then had like some champagne or like some toast going on and they just
better.
real like, you know what I'm saying?
That would have been better.
That would have been better. I think Certified Lover Boy, the harp in the head, I think some of that just turned people off. It was like, we tired of this Lover Boy shit and they ain't give it a fair chance. When the content isn't even on those synth type of vibe, you know?
I don't know, it just didn't hit like that. But obviously it was better than Scorpion to me. And Scorpion had smashes on it.
No, Certified Lover Boy had more. So Champagne Poetry, first of all, that intro is one of the best intros that he has. We can talk. Okay, that's one of my three. I was about to say, what's your top 3 intros? And I'm putting you on the spot, but if you can think
That's good leather for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Shot for me was number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he already put me on the spot.
I'll say mine. I'm gonna say Champagne Poetry. What's the one we literally just said? Tuscan Leather, and then I'm gonna go with Legend.
Legend was great.
Legend.
I'm more of a last song guy.
I feel that. How you in the album is important.
So my all time is from More Life. I can't even think of the name of it now.
I'll fuck with you just because of that answer. Do Not Disturb.
Do Not Disturb. Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't even get to the last song, Charles. A lot of you don't make it there. I don't think anymore, especially in 2026. So the fact that we got real music lovers on the couch that are listening to on any album.
On Drake album.
Fair enough. Yeah, that speaks to
that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to miss nothing.
True. I guess what I'm saying is they might hear the last album once or twice, but it's never becoming their favorite album. It's not that they're focusing on. When they go back, they just pressing a certain song. Like I was in the barbershop yesterday and they was playing Iceman and it was just like the radio kind of song, like the Run to Atlanta and I'm just like, play it from start to finish. No, I think they played Twist My Fingers, Run to Atlanta, and Shebang. And I was like, those are great.
That was it.
And that was it.
And they just kept
right. And I was like, those are good songs, that's great, but I need all the make thems. Every time he said make them, I need all of those. Also, and I like to just hear an album from start to finish.
Yeah, but also like in a barbershop. So like
they trying to have a certain.
They wasn't gonna just play Drake the whole time. They gave you 3.
I get it. I get it.
And Shebang is Shebang.
Shebang is Shebang. When he's on that beat, Shebang.
Okay, so that was my 4. Did you say your
4? So now my 4. Yeah, I already said my 4. So now it's
certified.
Right?
Yeah, so you go first for
okay, number 3. You know,
I feel like it's gonna be the same 3.
Well, it can't.
Not in no order, but the same 3.
It can't be, but same 2 for sure.
Okay.
This one is in everybody's top 3. You know what you love it. My number 3 Drake album is Views.
Okay.
Not much to say.
I had those. My number 3 is Thank Me Later.
Okay.
I know you had that. You had that one low, right?
I had that one at 8.
At 8. So like, Thank Me Down.
Mm-hmm.
Great last song.
Great.
First Jay-Z verse. Great.
Yeah.
Then Wayne was in jail, but he had a remix. He had a jail verse that's not probably on Apple Music, but I got it on my phone.
Okay, I'm thinking like English shit. I
he had a jail verse on the end of whatever that song is. Jay-Z on the.
I believe. I know back then you seen a lot more Wayne verses.
And then Fancy. Show Me a Good Time. It's
a great album.
It's a great album.
I'm mad
to this day. Still to this day, great album.
Where'd you have So Far Gone?
So Far Gone didn't make it. And the reason why So Far Gone didn't make it for me is because back then I was on Lawnmower, all right? And I think I might have not even got to that Piff yet. I was just on like Lawnmower and maybe some other. And I was downloading all of these songs from So Far Gone and listening to them, but I didn't know that it was a part of a project.
Okay.
So I'm just jamming all of these random Drake songs that I found and then maybe a year later, it's like, so far gone went platinum or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this is the whole mixtape.
Yeah.
So I was already on them songs for like a year. I feel like before I even realized. So I was kind of like, I just kept moving, you know.
Yeah, I think if you maybe would go back now, I don't remember what your 10 and 9 was, but it got a knock. So far gone, can't not be in the top 10.
Yeah, it can.
You don't want to be successful?
I'm saying
I
like,
just want to be successful.
but so far gone is not better than Thank Me Later.
November 18th?
November 18th is probably one of the best songs he ever made.
Exactly.
One song though.
Okay, I said two. First I said successful.
All right,
Did you like successful?
If you want to say so far, let's just pull up so far gone. Let's talk through it.
Let's do that. You
Because
can do that.
there's no way, bro. Like how you was talking about how
Oh my God, I have so many stars.
you said Thank Me Later drop because of production and stuff like that. So far gone, they barely even freaking mixed them songs.
That's why I was yeah, it was everything was very basic. There was not a lot of lines on that production track. But we got Lust for Life, we got Houston Land of Vegas, Successful with Trey Songz and Lil Wayne, November 18th, one of the best songs ever. Ignorant Shit, another Lil Wayne verse that's cold. A Night Off with Lloyd, Say What's Real, then a little bit in love with you. I guess I'm just a little bit. I like the name. The best I ever had.
We good, bro.
Uptown with Bud B and Lil Wayne. The Calm. If there's anything I'm doing brand new. I can't sing for shit. Is there anything I'm doing brand new? I'm just saying, that's a hard out. And it was very Houston. So maybe he wasn't in Houston, you feel me? I was in high school, I was in Houston, and we fucking love that shit. We said we got this new light-skinned nigga from Canada that's ripping the fuck out of us and making good music. We've been waiting for somebody that said Bugsy and Slim Thug, and we got one. So we was happy.
I mean, nah. Yeah.
No, this your list. This your list.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at your list.
So that was it. You said your 3?
I said my 3. Did you say your 3?
Yeah.
So now we're on 2. Oh, number 2 for me is Nothing Was the Same.
Okay. I was hoping that it was gonna come up. Number 2 for me is Take Care.
I knew you wasn't gonna have to take care of number 1 from a conversation we had.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, I had to let the nostalgia go. And when I let the nostalgia go, I was like, Views is better than that.
Okay.
And honestly, I didn't let the nostalgia go because I think a lot of these, I think some of these other albums are better music than that. But I was kind of sad about putting it at number 2.
Meaning you wanted to put it at number 1.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So number 2
those
is
are
always Take Care, and then number 1 is Views.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Number 2 for me, Nothing Was the Same, and then number 1, Take Care.
Yeah.
And so we both have Views and Take Care as top 3. Where was you? Nothing Was the Same?
5.
So let's just say our top 3. My top 3 is Views, Nothing Was the Same, and Take Care.
And mine is Views, Take Care, Thank You Later.
Thank you later. Okay.